Welcome back, everybody. The Grand Tactician, Civil War, and Grandpa Gaming is episode 27, a Rebel Summer 61 campaign using the a.o.m mod. So, as you can see by the map overview, we have made some serious headway against the Union, especially out here in the west, as we pushed them all the way back into Indiana and pursued the Army Southwest up here. So, we'll go over the map from left to right as it stands right now. We're currently besieging Fort Kearny. The siege is going to go on for a while yet, but it looks like it might start moving into the federal favor. So they do have a lot of troops out here, and we have no supplies out here. So this is going to start moving into their favor. So I do have the Engineer Corps on the move towards Warsaw. I was going to have them build a fortification here. I think that's going to be a waste of time now. So you really don't need it. And Missouri hasn't flipped to us yet, so I'm just going to hold through orders, and I'm going to send them over here to Fort Kearny, and hopefully they get there in time to build a supply depot for the siege train while they are still there before they get pushed away. We have knocked the Army Southwest Missouri west of St. Paul. I was hoping they were going to keep going, retreat east, but they came up this way. So the Army of Mississippi under Lee is pursuing. I have them stopped here at Prescott, building a supply depot in order to prepare to go take these forces down. Problem is, we do have to get past the fort at Snelling at St. Paul. So I think we're going to have to siege down this fort first before we can get in after them. Although it's going to take forever to get through this open terrain here and around their flanks and into them, which I'm not really looking forward to. Which I think I may have to do. That is send the Indian Army across country towards the Indian village here to block them off and possibly pursue them, but they do not have the numbers at all to engage these federal forces. There is a lot of men here. There's well over 100,000 men in this area. So, a little dangerous to be sending the Indian Army to go handle that. The Traveling Harem is currently at Iowa City and working its way towards Chicago. Its readiness is tanked down into the red, so it's still going to be a while before they get there. Took them a week to get from Des Moines to Iowa City. So, but once they hit Davenport, they should be able to get on a train and get over to Chicago pretty quickly where they can refit. And I'm going to keep them there for the winter. It's already September, so our advance is done for the winter. Army Western Tennessee is still at Springfield, but I'm thinking about having them switch places with the Army of Kanawha. As Army of Kanawha keeps getting attacked and they can't get the readiness back up, and they are getting low on personnel. They're down to 11,300 men. We have 18,000 in the Army of Western Tennessee. So I think I might end up switching them out. Army Middle Tennessee is still at Nashville. And Army Eastern Tennessee is still at Cumberland Gap. Federals, as far as I can tell, have not made any plans to make another move around our flanks towards Richmond or Petersburg, but I could be wrong about that, but I've lost sight of a lot of the federal forces up here. It looks like they might be tracking northwards towards the British forces, who might be getting ready to come across the border. Hopefully. We've had a British intervention for a few months now, and they've just kind of sat here doing nothing. I'm not exactly sure on their exact locations. So, hopefully they'll be coming down once the winter is over. If they come down during the winter, especially through northern New York, they're going to have a bad time of it. That's just not a good place to be. Then there is our ironclad fleet, which has been a disappointment to me this entire campaign. Manassas is still down at 89%. Virginia's at 78%. The two ironclads we were building are only at 48% complete. So I'm not even expecting them to be finished anytime soon. I'm sure this thing's reported at Vicksburg. Took me a while just to get them down to Vicksburg, which is not a blockaded port, in order to get them repaired a little faster. So my hopes are clearing the Mississippi River of the Union ironclads is kind of dashed now. I'm not holding any hopes for that. Once they're refit, I'm going to be sending them into the Gulf. Try and start clear out some of the blockade squadrons if they don't have ironclads in them already. If they do, that's a forlorn hope also. River lines that we are working on, one of them is almost complete. It's at 99%. Says it'll be done in 9 more days. That's the Alabama Jackson and Selma. The other one, Texas, Houston, and Shreveport, is 19% complete. It says it's going to take 493 days. It'll take way less time than that, actually. So those days are estimates, as far as I can tell. And once Jackson and Selma's complete, more resources we get thrown at Houston and Shreveport. This one's going to pay us. This one's going to pay us about 1.1 million. And this one's going to only net us 870,000. You think we can get us more, but it's not. But once we get this one mostly complete, we'll start working on one of the Louisiana rail lines. I'm not sure which one, but one of them will get worked on. I do want to start opening up the Gulf trade sector. And I think it covers everything where the map stands right now. So it is actually September, so we're going to run into the monthlies here. Economy report. Currently our nation is at B+. It's BB minus up here, but it says B+ on here. We did cut another bond, so our debts have now increased to 915 million. Current economy cycles recovery, while the population is mediocre increasing compared to previous month. It says our tax revenues increased by 68 million. Once again, I don't think these numbers are ever correct. Total export volume last month was 572 out, with 579 coming in. So that's staying fairly even on. Average corporate production over the last 3 months was 172 million, a change of plus 200,000. Our economy lacks coffee, flour, iron. Stocks are full of fish, salt, and wood. Iron should start taking care of itself, as we do have iron mines over here in Illinois and Wisconsin that we should be starting to take control of. Looking at finances, yeah. We are not looking good at all. We are not looking good. Spending $700 million a month right now. So we do need to start bragging that down. Got 703,000 in the bank right now, and that's with the money dumped for the month. So yeah, we are in a bad place. I need to start fixing that. Intelligence. Currently, the Federals are working on Diplomacy 1. I think it's a bit late for that. It doesn't really get them anything anyway. They've done market reform. It says the Federals recruited 24,000 men into 10 new brigades. Formed a new corps, Curtis's Raiders. I did spot them on the map. I forget where. And they recruited a new squadron, and 2 new ships have started construction. They're starting to pump out those ironclads. And that's going to be an issue. Their strategy. National morale, they're 56 to our 98. National support, they're 84 to our 69. Our numbers are low because we hold so much federal territory that is not under our control, so that's going to drag our support down. Morale armies, theirs are at 64 to our 82 because we've just beaten them down multiple times in a row. Men fielded, they now have 303,589 in fields, or 191,776. Tonnage-wise, they now have 230,000 tons in the war to our 33,000. Military experience, dead on, because even if they lose the battles, they're still getting experience on it. Total casualties, at 173,321 to our 57,956. So we're doing very, very good in the casualty department. It's probably the least bloody war I have fought so far, especially as the rebels. We've just managed to keep those numbers down. I don't know how. Policies. We're currently working on government funding 1. This will take another 57 days to complete. Once that is finished, we'll be moving over to Conscription Act, which should have been done a while ago. I'm in desperate need of personnel. And that's going to take 154 days after this completes. So you're looking at almost a full year for the completion of this and the Conscription Act. So we're going to get working on that as soon as it becomes available. Projects. What do we got available to us? Propaganda, counter-propaganda, suppress population, civil war, trade deals. Crap, I need more money into railroads. And that eats into that same budget. Because we need to start pumping money into propaganda, counter-propaganda, but I do need money. I need to take at least another level of railroad construction, so we're going to hold off on doing that. this the one I want? Yeah, logistics reform. So this will help reduce our supply costs and save us a little bit of money. We do have a bunch more depots built, so that will be helpful for us. Could use... We're not doing rifles, Austrian rifles. So let's pop a little logistics reform. And I do want the British artillery, but we still need a lot more funding for that, because I pared down the funding for diplomacy to very low. The lowest, like I said, without going to zero. So it's taking us a while to save up the money for that. But we're still pumping 16 million into that, which is still a good amount of money. Even at low, that's more than some of these settings on high. But I'm going to keep it there until I get the British artillery unlocked, because I do want that. Because I want to get the, I want to start ordering Blakely's into my force to replace the James rifles, as they are better against infantry. I think that covers everything for right now, so I'm going to run through, see what weapons I have to issue out to all the forces, and I'll be back with the next incident. Alright, it's now September 3rd, and we once again have ourselves another engagement at Manassas Junction. This time, it's 3rd Corps Armed Potomac, supported by 1st Corps Armed Potomac, which is just within their reinforcement radius, it looks like. They're bringing 34,879 infantry, 2,859 cavalry, 72 guns on an overall command to Philip Kearny. And we've fought a few times before, and it doesn't really seem to be gaining any experience. Once again, it's Beauregard defending with 27,867 infantry, 1,924 cavalry, and 127 guns. So, damn, their 1st Corps is under strength. They're down like the size of some of my corps. Ooh. I was thinking that 34 seemed a little low, and that explains why. Now let's jump in here and show them the error of their ways once again. You don't see the Army Command at all anymore. I don't know where the hell he's gone off to. Welcome, my grunts, to the 13th Battle of Manassas. Yeah, 13. You heard it. Alright, so we are defending Henry Hill once again. Man, I changed up the defense a little bit, just shifted around the divisions and what they are doing. Lee's Cavalry is going to be defending up here at Sudley Spring. I have Mountains Division is going to be defending Poplar Ford. I have Ruggles going to be defending Farm Ford and Stone Bridge. Johnson will be defending Lewis Ford and Balls Ford. And Evans is going to be defending Island Ford. And I'm leaving Branch in reserve with his infantry behind Henry Hill, as his division did most of the fighting last time, so they're going to take a break for this battle. And I'm going to have the Washington Artillery support the defense up here at Poplar Ford, and the rest of the artillery is going to be spread out between Farm Ford and Island Ford. Spread them out as much as they can to cover all the crossing points and support the infantry. Pretty straightforward defense. Nothing crazy. Try to give the AI a chance to do something. And they are entering up here once again from the northeast, up on this road north of Centerville. And their 1st Corps is 3 hours away. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, so it's going to be an all-day affair. I don't think it'll take too long, but we'll see. Well, it's not 5:50 in the morning. We have a first sighting on Federal Cavalry. It looks like they are heading down towards Lewis Ford. Next closest force is a little bit behind them. They're still spread out all the way to Centerville. They were slowly trying to coalesce on it, so hoping Kearny does the right thing and consolidates his forces. I'm not so sure. I don't think they've seen my forces yet. Artillery has not opened up on them. I do have all my infantry laying down. How's your sighting look? You're good. Yeah. That's fine. Oh, artillery's opening up. 1st Maryland, 200 men left in this cavalry regiment. So basically like 3 squadrons. Or 2 squadrons plus. I think a squadron was 60 men. Okay, maybe that siding is not so good. Who's this coming behind them? Eastern Shore Brigade, another Maryland unit. You gonna turn down the road, or you gonna keep going straight? You're turning down. And they're about to receive some friendly, well, not friendly, unfriendly fire from the D.R. Jones over here. Stop, consolidate, pull back. What are you doing? Purnell Legion, 600 men. We've really pared down a lot of these brigades. Surprised they're still in action. Actually, I think a lot of these might still be separate brigades, not in a division. Yeah, these are the 3 brigades that are not divisioned up with anybody, so they're on their own. Everybody else is in a division except for those 3 units. That's how they got down here so fast. Everybody else is still ways off. Come and get your hot lead breakfast, boys. It was a horrible volley, but we don't have the best angle over here. I should probably move this brigade up. Glitch out there. Good. And it took them down by 100. Half their strength. We got here 1st Division, 350 men. Yeah, I thought Kearney was going to be doing a little better than most. McDowell surprised me at the last battle with his level of aggression and his ability to mass his troops. Something we haven't seen very much of in this game. Are you boys ready for your breakfast? Please tell me you're going to stop and wait for everybody else. Take that as a no. You boys gonna try and cut across this ford now. You got people waiting here for you too. Purnell Legion's still coming on, but it looks like Eastern Shore Brigade's going to try for the other ford. low ground to get into here. Makes it hard to hit these brigades. Those volleys should have been a lot better. We may just break their armor before the rest of them show up. Purnell Legion, 150 casualties down to 400 men. What are you guys doing? Going to try and glitch across the river? Nope. You're going to lay down and wait for everybody else. Here we go. Got here. 2nd Brigade, 1st Division. Okay, and that other brigade I think was cutting across the woods. Yep, there it is. 8th Virginia's down to 592 men. I think this is the brigade that's got to get retired, or a regiment. Hampton is going to be more than enough to defend over here. And down to 32 morale already. Firing at. Keep this brigade laying down. Let these boys cross out of this low ground to the stream before we open up on them. On the a.o.m Brigade. You know what, Heath? I want you to come up and support. It looks like they see us. But I want them to come out of that low ground. Delaware. I'm gonna stop right there. All right, stand up, boys. Give it to them. I'm gonna let you sit there and just get shot. So you can move it to double. Yeah, it looks like Eastern Shore Brigade is going to make an attempt at this fort over here again, even though they know they're not going to be able to make it past. Looks like here comes the rest of the Federal Corps here. good news is I managed to get rid of all of the smoothbore muskets in my army, except for one brigade, which is the newest Florida Brigade, just because they're over their 3,000 man brigade, so I just didn't have enough rifle muskets in one category to give them. So all the smoothbores are basically officially gone. Happy days. Jones, give me some skirmishers. Go get that battery. They are just lemming training across this ford here. The half-tower for the dispatch rider says arriving late after the orders are sent. I don't know what that is. So good job, boys. That is a sea of dead and wounded blue bellies. Not a big battle, skirmish in the grand scheme of things. I have a feeling we're going to see another corps coming up sometime during this day. I don't mean the first corps, which is supporting this one. I think I will second corps possibly, kind of like last episode where we had. Not last episode, 2 episodes ago where we had. There we go. 2 battles of Manassas on the same day. We're just going to speed this along. No one else is coming across. Let them go. Like I said, skirmish and grand scheme of things. Took down 1,800 of their 25,000 infantry, 100 or 200 cavalry. You got 30 or 60 guns. So also 2,000 of their 27,000 men. We lost 130 of our 27,000 infantry, and that is it. We're going to check real fast, see if we got any of their officers. We killed Jackson of the Maryland Cavalry. Wounded Stiles of the Potomac Home Brigade. That might be it. And that is it. We didn't lose anybody wounded. So we got 2 that are off. 1 dead and 1 wounded. I'll get close out here and I'll see open newspaper screen. Victory at the 13th Battle of Manassas Junction. Looks like they're putting this loss on poor old Colonel Stiles over here. So they blamed it on the man who was wounded. Great. I mean, what BS is that, Kearney? Alright, 13th Battle of Manassas has ended. 3rd Corps and 1st Corps of the Army of Potomac retreating. They reported suffered total casualties of 1,959 men. There are 361 killed and 597 captured. Our casualties total 130 men, with 19 killed, 19 missing, and the rest are wounded. Captured 888 rifles, 11 guns from the field, and sent 605 soldiers down to our prison camps. Alright, at least we actually made it 3 days in the game instead of only 1 day, so I'm kind of amazed about that. Hopefully that'll quiet down this front for a little bit longer. Ohio. They may be getting ready to come out west. Interesting. How are we looking? Engineer course now at Macomb, building up a telegraph line here. For some reason there wasn't one here, trying to get all these lines interconnected for me. And did that new brigade arrive yet? 3 more days on the 1st South Carolina Legion. 41 days on 1st North Carolina. Was that 3 days? 3 days on the 1st South Carolina. Alright. I think that's everything for now, so I'll be back. Hopefully we can make it through halfway through the month before we see another action. I like to get things moving along a little bit. Alright, it's now September 4th. I was a little off my prediction. I thought we'd have another corps on the same day as the last Battle of Manassas, but here we are. 1 day on, and we have 3 different corps. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd Corps from 3 different armies. 1st Corps Army of Potomac, 2nd Corps Army of Virginia, and 3rd Corps Army of the James. All under command of John Pope. Yeah. But all 3 corps combined, I mean, the Federals have over 300,000 men in the field. And everything in the Eastern Theater is very, very weak. I think the majority of their force is what's been trapped in the army to the southwest, out west. And a bunch of it's heading up north to deal with the British. Things are a little odd over here. They're probably pushing Washington right now with just the Army of the Potomac and its 27,000 men. But they're bringing 27,179 infantry, 5,236 cavalry, and 50 guns, going against my 27,761 infantry, 1,930 cavalry, and 107 guns. Who knows, maybe Pope will surprise me and do a little better than the last time around, but he's a very... 3rd Corps Army to James going on the field right away. 2nd Corps is 6 hours away. And 1st Corps is 12 hours away. It's 12 noon now, so we just have a chance to be back to 1 corps. How is it 6 hours away when it's on top of each other? I think this 2nd Corps is probably going to be on the field at the same time. No, we'll see. Let's get in there and just kick their asses, as usual. Welcome, my grunts, to 14th Battle of Manassas. We just did fight 13. So, defending Henry Hill again. And so I'm setting up I'm not going to go over everything, as I'm setting up the defenses the exact same way as I did last time, with the same order of divisions, except for Evans, who is now going to sit reserve, and Branch is taking his place on the line. One change I am going to make, I'm going to visibly defend these 2 points here. And I'm going to set my defenses at these 2 fords, which is Lewis and Balls, up on these heights here. Try and let the Federals come across and set up for a proper attack this time. Give them a little bit of helping hand. I don't have much land to play with here. They don't want to defend back in here. It's just kind of a mess to fight in there. So I'm going to set up here on these heights and see if we can't let them come across and set up properly this time. Maybe it'll surprise us. We'll see. Alright, it's now 13:30, and I actually did forget to hit the record button here, but we did see off some cavalry, and we have a brigade of infantry coming up right behind them. But it looks like they have stopped at the bridge. Kind of thought when I saw these troops here, they wouldn't try to force it, but apparently they did. Yep. More troops down the road, but I'm not seeing dust trails like I usually do. I'm unsure as to their exact positioning. pause right now. There we go. That would help if I hit play. This unit glitched out. That's not good. Okay, there's the dust trails. So really hoping they would come more into this area here. Apparently it's not to be the case. Can you guys hit them from here? Oh, you actually can. Okay. Interesting. Note for the future. I think I gotta start getting rid of some of these batteries. I just got way too many at this point. And you guys can stay where you are. And they are pushing across. Maybe not. Yeah, I think they're glitched. Alright, Coke. Let's take care of that. Self-imposing damage the way it's glitching out right now. I think I'm ready to break. So there are 2 core on the field. Oh, we already have them up to 750 casualties. It didn't seem like I took down that many of them. And I was only at 34. It's not going to take much to break these boys. Especially if they keep on coming the way they are. There you go. You got you unstuck. Alright, Coco, let's get you back online. It looks like it'll be a few minutes more still before the rest of them show up, so I'll be back. Alright, it's now going on 1300, and we do have a cavalry regiment. 1st Michigan. Already at 200 casualties. I think they're one of the regiments that tried forcing the bridge over here. It's checking this fort over here now, and said I was not hiding the units over here, so they know what's here. So and they're still crossing. More fool them is all I gotta say. Now, it looks like some of their infantry is starting to come down the road behind them as they started turning off over here, so outside of a couple of batteries coming down this roadway. There was actually one that forced its way across the bridge here. Don't know how they made it that far. Looks like the batteries are coming this way. The infantry is going that way. It's kind of weird. But I'm not going to stop these boys from making mistakes. It just works in our favor even better. Let them keep making their mistakes. But it is taking them forever to get down here because so many of them stacked up on the road. There we go. Another 50 casualties from that volley. But yeah, this looks like it's going to be just stretched out as they're bringing everything up very slowly because everything's just, they're all roadblocked. Is really what it comes down to. They're just roadblocked over here. Too much on one road. So, I think I'll pause this battle here unless something major happens. Oh, there's a brigade coming down the road here. Very, very slowly. They're like inching along. Wow, that is slow. Yeah. I'll come back in if they ever actually launch a major attack. Alright, it's now 16:30, and we do have some more cavalry crossing at the ford over here. Balls Ford. You'd think I'd have this map memorized at this point. And these are regiments we've seen off already from the original Cavalry Brigade over here, which I didn't record when we saw them off. So I guess they're outside of like one brigade, which I know fled the map. They apparently have reformed. 2nd U.S. Cavalry. It's a unit we haven't seen yet in this battle. This infantry is still very, very, very slowly coming down this road. It's hilariously slow. This roadblock is just preventing anything from happening. Once again, these boys are just going to ride forward into the mess. Problem is their commander. I don't see their brigade commander anywhere, so he's not anywhere near close enough to issue orders out to these units. There they go. Oh, there he is, finally. A little too late. Very poorly handled cavalry brigade. Oh, don't glitch out there, please. I'm gonna suck up all of my ammo. Alright, there we go. Good. You guys gotten any further? They're about to hit the bridge. I was about to say, they finally get orders to halt? Apparently not. Oh, you're at 7 losses. Somebody's been hitting you. There's only 2 guns in this battery to begin with, so a lot of these batteries are just no condition to continue the war. So they haven't received any replacements. You guys finally halt. And here comes the 2nd U.S. Cavalry. Or the 2nd Battalion U.S. Cavalry. And nothing else coming down the road behind, so I guess I just sent all the cavalry that way. They're being a little smarter by going through the woods. It looks like they finally received halt orders. Tell you what, this battle's just been, the way it's just playing out is just really annoying and really sad. You got 3 different corps, 3 different army on the field, so nobody's following each other's orders. Decent initial volley. So love watching the shells fly in from behind us. There you go, they finally dismounted the fight. You guys actually have some decent range. Dismounted sooner. And they are trying to force their way across. I'll just put bait to that notion here. He's actually coming down the road with a little bit of alacrity. Good thing to see. There goes the cavalry. Nobody's gotten across the field here to attack, so we don't need to cover that crossing point. Gentlemen, if you would. We're just going to stack up here and get as many rifles on that bridge as possible. Losses, 6 men left. Yeah, I gotta start getting rid of some of these batteries. Binding them down. There they go. And got their morale down to 32. Not a lot in the way of casualties. Another brigade. That has been sickeningly bad. I got a perk. Boys thinking. Free SP for my units. cavalry regiments. Down, 2 more coming on. Get your slow asses across the bridge. Let's go. Can't break you guys to end this fight. This is not a fight. This is just you guys marching forward to the slaughterhouse. You're like cattle on the line waiting for a nail in the forehead. Exactly what these guys are. Them laid down in front. 2 logs of wolves, that's how you level up. This is just a slaughter. This is disgusting. We got 3,200 casualties. The sun's going down. I was just thinking about advancing up along a road here through the woods and ending this, but not enough time left in the day. Slamming more infantry this way. It was an overall charge again. Pope, yep. Explains a lot. I really didn't think they were trying to force this bridge. I really wanted them to come in over here. levels too well. It also has to do with the officers. Right out of range. Are you kidding me? I think we're definitely looking at an overnight withdrawal. We got units pulling out. Latham, Jones. Oh wait, those are my guys. Those are the batteries that we're seeing off over here. Push forward, let's see these two brigades off. I want this battle over with. And these guys glitched on the bridge. There they go. We're going to put another volley into them. And back into position. There, my guns seeing off their guns now. Everybody's running out of ammo. It looks like that's going to be it. Like I said, it's probably going to be an overnight withdrawal, so I'll be back. Alright, the Federals are retreating. They didn't make any more attacks. They just started seeing withdrawals pop up on the board. So there's 1 left minute on the clock. Let's just speed this along. Alright. That has to be the most boring battle I've ever fought. Most boring one ever. Hope you are a disappointment in this game as in real life. Alright, we took down 3,300 of their 27,000 infantry, 1,100 of 5,000 cavalry, 30 of their 55 guns, total loss of 4,600 of their 33,000 men. We got them up to 14% losses. We lost 444 of our 27,755 infantry, 6 of our 160 guns, those are 2 batteries that were seen off. We lost 494 of our 31,099 men. Alright, we didn't have any officers wounded. I'm going to see real quick if we got any of theirs, because they deserve to lose a bunch of theirs. And then, nope. Wounded Colonel Bernard, battery commander. Saw any of these guys on the field now. I wounded 1 battery commander. Not too big of a grab. I can close that here and I'll see you on the newspaper screen. Alright, 14th victory at the 14th Battle of Manassas Junction. 1st, 2nd, 3rd Corps of the Army of Potomac, James, and I forget which other one was there. All retreating in panic. Looks like they blamed Major Bartlett for the loss. And we did lose one battery commander killed in action. I didn't see it pop across the screen. It was Captain Latham. That battery is basically wiped out to a man, so I don't think it even exists anymore. And I won't be replacing it. I may move a battery over from the Virginia Reserve Artillery because they got a lot of batteries, so I may just move in one from there. Aaron's reported suffered total casualties of 4,630 men. There were 830 killed and 885 captured. Our casualties totaled 494 men, 108 killed, 73 missing, and the rest are wounded. We've captured 2,015 rifles and 7 guns from the field and sent 908 soldiers off to our prison camps. You'd think they'd learned their lesson at Manassas and stop trying. Especially now their corps are even smaller than they used to be. And there's another corps coming down the road up here. 3rd Corps Army of the Potomac. Alright. These guys are tracking North Army of Virginia. Yeah, it looks like they're heading towards the border, but we've been seeing like signs of that for a while. Alright, that's a really boring battle, so I don't want to end this episode on that note, so we're going to keep going along for a little bit here. Alright, we do have ourselves another engagement here. Looks like 3rd Corps Army of Virginia's got their corps all over the place. The command of Samuel Carter going for Cumberland Gap. He's bringing 9,265 infantry, 1,500 cavalry, and 20 guns, going against our 10,844 infantry, 2,268 cavalry, and 9 guns. I don't know what the hell this man is thinking. He does not have the forces to attack us. We outnumber him in everything but artillery. So let's jump in there and show him the error of his ways. Welcome, my grunts, to the 4th Battle of Cumberland Gap. So I'm basically set up the same way I always do. Just I pulled back a little bit further this time to get our 2 divisions basically into a V formation. All these brigades are now armed with some type of rifled musket, whether it's a reboard mixed musket or derringers. So derringers are slowly making their way into this army to replace those reboard smooth mixed muskets. So slowly working the weapons down the line, and we do have the cavalry sit in reserve once again. So it's already 1900. I don't expect to see the Federals at all today. And their morale is actually fairly high, so definitely be a morning attack or sometime midday attack. Maybe around brunch. Once again, they do have to force themselves down this one road here, so it just leads to bad decisions on the AI's part. So, once again, we're just going to set up and wait for them to come to us. Alright, it's now 7:30 in the morning, day 2. We do have Federal Cavalry coming down the road. We have the 1st West Virginia Regiment here and the 2nd West Virginia coming up behind them. And it looks like possibly the 3rd. Yep. So this is definitely a force we have fought here in the Gap before. It does not look like they have learned their lessons at all. Five brigades of infantry in 1 division. 5 regiments of cavalry. And 1 separate battery and Michigan light artillery. I think some of those batteries don't have guns because they got so few men. With that amount of batteries, they should have more than 20 guns, but I'm thinking they don't have enough money to man the guns anymore. No, and I think I forgot to mention it earlier in the episode. Today's battle brew is a little bit of hair of dog from last night. Coffee and whiskey. Looks like Colson's brigade, Mahone, and Walthall have engaged. Fort Oglethorpe Sharpshooters only infuriated his forces here on the center road. So they send some people to play There goes that cavalry. Again, reboard mixed muskets still, but at least they're rifled muskets. Something, we got something rifled. So we'll slowly get them. We're slowly getting better weapons. After the last two battles of Manassas, that's enough weapons to possibly have a good chunk of my army armed with Springfields. Pushing this way if I realize we have bad weapons over here. Let's push up just a little bit more. Try to get some crossfire going. They don't have a lot of forces. We outnumber them. I probably could have just pushed forward and attacked. Actually, we had them forward to one zone up here, but I just decided to wait for them. Actually fairly aggressive. I like. Better for them if we got some loose order. I don't expect the AI doing anything smart. Looks like there's orders coming down the road for the cavalry, but a little too late. They're probably getting orders to pull back, but not soon enough. I'm not going to push forward and hit them. I'm just going to wait for the infantry to show up. I want to do as much damage to this force as possible. I want to hold them off until winter, at least. So getting a major victory against this corps should force it back for a few months. Should. Doesn't mean it will. That's the only brigade of infantry I see so far. I'm going to wait for the rest to show up. You are not. Come right down here. Fort Oglethorpe has something for you. Actually, just in range of these boys, too. Look like on the range fan, but right at the edge and on a higher ground, though. They're not really gonna have good shots for these trees. Zippo. Here comes the rest of the infantry. Are you boys going to try and go down that road? 31st Tennessee. Let's head over that way just in case. Looks like they might be going down that road, trying to move around my flank. That's definitely what it looks like. Interesting. They're going to run into Rucker's Legion firing at them across the road, so good luck with that. Stand there and fight it out. Good. See what this brigade's doing. I can swing this one around onto them. Almost at its level up. Everybody forward. Just yet. We don't have our major victory. I know I gave orders for you guys to advance. withdrawing. Stay on them. Boys get mounted. Cavalry. Darn shit. Does not look like we're going to get that 20. What's up, see that order yet? What the hell's going on with your division commander? And there they go. Alright. Go saber them down. Let's go, cavalry. I need you moving. %. Yeah, we're not getting that 20. Unless I can get it out of this brigade. Keep after them. Keep going. Their corps commander staying behind. Interesting. And we're out of time. 18.4. I was hoping to get that 20%. And the corps commander just... No, there he is. He, like, disappeared from his sight for a second there. Alright. We lost 232 of our 2,842 infantry, 10 of our 2,206 cavalry, 0 of our guns, total loss of 242 of our 13,225 men. Took down 1,600 of their 9,500 infantry, 550 or 1,600 cavalry, got 0 of their guns because they don't get to the action. Total loss of 2,100 of their 11,000 men. We didn't lose anybody, did we? No. So we got any of their officers. Hopefully we did, because they deserve it. Got 0 of their officers. They deserve to lose some of their officers. Not damn debacle, though. They did try to set up a proper attack over on the flank over here, so give them props for that, but that's about it. I'll see you all at the newspaper screen. Victory at the 4th Battle of Cumberland Gap. It looks like they actually blamed this one on a general. It looks like one of their division commanders took the blame this time. General Hamilton. Alright, 4th Battle, Cumberland Gap is ended with 3rd Corps Army of Virginia retreating in panic. Yemen's reported suffered total casualties of 2,128 men. There are 300 killed, 392 captured. Our casualties totaled 242 men, 42 killed, 27 missing, and the rest wounded. Captured 1,024 rifles from the field and sent 389 soldiers off to our prison camps. Alright. I feel a little better from Manassas after that battle. And it looks like we got another one coming up here. For the Army of Kanawha at Cairo. But that's 3 battles for this episode, so we're going to end this one here. With basically everything on the map in the same places. We're only September 5th now. That battle ended tomorrow, so this will actually be taking place the same day. So, once again, if you're a new viewer, return viewer, not yet subscribed, please take it out and hit that subscribe button. If you do, remember that bell icon so the next video comes out. Follow along in the series and enjoying it. Don't forget to bayonet that like button, butt stroke that comment section. And I will see you all at the next episode. Stay grumpy.